Another 2 for Patrick.
See how quick
And
he
it's
is on the
6-1.
single. Gets into that single real quick, Jimmy, and has the strength to bring you right back down with it.
Composure on the face of Carlos Patrick. Kind of a quiet confidence on the 17-year-old.
Good job right there by Selby. Trying to work for one, unable to get out though. Again, Patrick with a tight hip, great positioning, a little high right there, but does a nice job riding to the end of the period.
2 minutes to go in the 160-pound final. Joe Selby will start on the bottom.
Gonna take a look right here. Jimmy, there's a takedown by Patrick. You just see a back trip right there, and Selby has to go to his stomach. He gives up the 2. One more time. Patrick on top, keeps tight hips, but doesn't. That time he gets hit for stalling. Okay, that's the first warning. Doesn't come to the outside. Therefore, he says, I'm not going to ride him anymore. I'll turn him loose and I'll take him down. I'll give 2 for 1 any day of the week.
6-2 now as Selby picks up the single.
Duck on it, doesn't go all the way through, halfway through with it. Let Selby shoot in on him, but has such strong hips and upper legs. Says, I'm not going to give anything there. I'll go heavy on the head, looking for a possible throw right here if he comes up in the wrong position. Double on the hook. Patrick just looking right there for any possible weakness of Selby. He'll take advantage of it. If not, I have the upper position. You're not going to get in on me.
They'll restart out of the neutral. Minute 10 seconds to go. There's your score. 6-2, Carlos Patrick, the senior out of Freeport, leads his fellow senior Joe Selby out of Mineola High School.
Just such a nice single. He gets in so nice and deep with such a quick move and has the strength. There's really nothing you can do when he's in that deep.
Another 2 points. It's now 8-2 for Carlos.
Now he's out to the outside. He's doing what he needs to do. Come outside, to go back behind, stay there 2 or 3 seconds, come back out to the outside, snap him down right now. Gonna let him turn loose. Then behind, doesn't give him anything. Good job by Bobby Wiggin, not even making a call on that one. Trying to work his legs in. Doesn't look like a leg wrestler to me, but figures I'll show you a little bit of everything. Bringing both wrestlers back into the mat. You can see the faces. Danny Guido, Frank Massaro. They just know right now their man is overmatched. Carlos Patrick, speed, strength. He looks like he's going to do a great job upstate for Nassau County.
Well, in the year 2001, Carlos Patrick went to Stony Brook and won a county title for Central Islip. In 2002, he's come to Nassau Community College, and he's got himself a Nassau County title for the Red Devils of Freeport.
Second one to do it. Next week, we may get to see Chris Paris, a Farmingdale athlete who came in second twice in the county, trying to get his first county title out in Suffolk.
Carlos Patrick, a composed young man, just another day at the office for Carlos. Victory number 100 in an outstanding wrestling career. Quickly, we check in with House Staff.
All right, Rob Stubbs, the champion in the 152. Another MacArthur champion, 5 for 5 tonight in the final. Boy, this is against Carlos Cabana, the guy you wrestled in the Mid-Hudson. Suffered a shoulder injury in that match. Maybe wasn't 100% coming in today?
No, actually, I don't really know, but he's always given me a tough match. Last time it was real close, but I just, kept pushing him, and it just came out my way today. I mean, it could have went either way, but...
Now, just getting to today's championship was tough. You had a tough semifinal match, winning 8-6 against the guy from Mineola that you know an awful lot about.
Yeah, he won it last year, so I knew I was, even though I was the first seed, I was kind of the underdog. so I just went out there. He was real tough, gave me a close match, so I just went after him. He came back, and he met on top.
Now against Carlos today, you got off to the quick start, really had a very comfortable lead. At that point, were you just thinking, let me ride it out, let me just take it easy on this match?
Yeah, well, we had the momentum going, you know. We had 4 kids win already, so, I mean, I just kept pushing them, you know. I know, like, because I know where our team's in the best shape because our coaches are always just pushing us. 3 black oval, flat even. It's just mostly because of them. They're great coaches, you know. They're working as harder than anybody else, and I just knew if I kept pushing them, it would go my way, so.
Now, people that look at this match, they look at Rob Stubbs and say, hey, what a great match for 152 champ. But I think a lot of people are going to take pride in the way that you handled yourself, the sportsmanship at the end of the match, helping Carlos out.
Yeah, well, I know he was in a lot of pain. He had his taped all weekend, so he was wrestling hurt, you know. So, I don't know, I felt bad for him. I know it sucks to go down with an injury, but...
I mean, I think that's really what wrestling's all about. These championships, you want to win on an individual basis. You want to win on a team basis. But right there, that is truly the spirit of competition. We commend you for that.
Yeah, it's all about respect, you know. I have so much respect for all these kids. They're going out there pushing me, smiling, and I'm pushing them. You know, it's just all about respect, so...
All right, Rob Stubbs, congratulations. He wins the 152. MacArthur, as I said, continuing to increase their team lead. They are dominating the 2002 championships. Back over to Jimmy Carvalho.
Yes, Mr. Stubbs, a champion on many fronts. We will step aside from Nassau Community College on a night where 11 champions have been crowned. There are still 4 to come. The final 4 matches are straight ahead, right here on Cable Sports.
Connie Hayes got her graduate degree at Adelphi University.
When I look back, even I don't know how I did it. Here I was, 30 years old, 2 small children, working, not your typical student. So I worked a little harder, right? Adelphi gave me understanding and flexibility. They made their program fit my schedule. Whatever I've given to these kids, I don't think it would have happened without Adelphi.
Connie Hayes didn't go back to school at Adelphi. She went forward.
Did something happen? We just thought we were coming home.
The Wonder Years, weeknights at 6:30, 5:30 Central on ABC Family Channel.
Don't miss The Wonder Years, weeknights at 6:30 on Cablevision.
Hello, I am the SLA 3000. I function as CEO of Compudom. Back in the year 2001, Compudom installed LightPath voice, data, and internet services, enabling me to evolve. Today, with the help of LightPath's fiber optic communications network, Compudom is able to dominate the market. Ha ha. Thanks, LightPath.
And we welcome you back to Nassau Community College for the 2002 Nassau County Wrestling Championships. While we have a moment, let's update the latest winners, those who have been crowned county champs in the year 2002. At 130 pounds, it was Ryan Higgins of Bethpage with a 6'5" close one. Chris DeLuca at 135. James Strauss, Tommy Howard was outstanding once again at 140.
Absolutely. And then you have Adam Milano winning a 3-2 decision. Rob Stubbs is the only guy who's won a good decision as independent man. All the matches have been close or pinned. Robbie Stubbs comes away with a great 8-3 decision as MacArthur is 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Looking for 6 for 6 when we get to the heavyweight.
Lots of MacArthur on the board tonight. It's been a big night for the Generals.
And you may think that's a great night when you're 6 out of 15 if they happen to win that heavyweight division, but back years ago, Kenny Hunt at Metten High School, these guys won 8 championships out of 12 weight class when they had it. And if we go even deeper, I'm sure the great Free Gardner from Metten, he may have had counties back when they had the Long Island, something like 8 out of 10. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. 6 out of 15 is quite a statement. There's your 171-pound contenders. He's a defending champion. That's Greg Lawrence of the Calhoun Coast. Lawrence, a big-time wrestler. He'll be taking on Jeff Vitale out of North Shore High School, the Vikings. Vitale was doing a war dance for the last 5 minutes, and we are underway at 171.
Now you have Greg Lawrence, second in New York State, county champ last year, second place in New York State. He has one thing and only one thing on his mind, a county championship tonight, a state championship in 2 weeks. See right there, he comes in on the single, he starts to move quick.
Lawrence, in the year 2002, 36-0. 36-0.
Trying to press the action, this Greg Lawrence right there. VIII with wrist control.
Vitale's had a big senior season himself, 26-2 for the Vikings and head coach Mike Emmert.
Took fourth place in the county last year at 171 pounds. Back at the same weight class this year. Greg Lawrence moved up from 160 last year to 171. Has had a real good season, but had a real tough semifinal match today, Jimmy. Beat Mike Griesmeister of Massapequa. He was down 3-0, ended up beating him 5-3. As he shoots in right there, he's going to come out with his two, gets his takedown.
So Lawrence, one of the 5 defending champions here tonight, with a 2-0 lead.
And it's going to give an escape right there. VIII with the escape. So Lawrence with the takedown.
VIII is on the board, 2-1.
See Coach Greg Muscarella talking to his man, Greg Lawrence. Jeff Vitale, good control of that right arm of Lawrence's right now. Wants to control it and try to shoot in on the leg.
Both of these young men, 3-sport athletes. Lawrence plays football and lacrosse. Vitale, football and baseball.
If you're a good football coach, you don't let these 171-pounders get away from you. They're 185 during the season. You need them.
That'll do it for period number 1. Greg Lawrence holds a 2-1 lead. And Vitale will get the selection.
Defers. He defers, and Lawrence decides, I'll take down, try to get my escape point early. Quick sit out. Looks to control the wrist, but can't come out. Vitale, nice tight waist. Lawrence is up to his feet, looks to turn in. Feet go out of bounds, back and fresh start.
Greg Lawrence, as you mentioned, Tommy, went up to Syracuse a year ago and finished second.
Good motion here to come out. Nice motion as Lawrence comes out and gets his one.
3-1 now for Lawrence.
Now again, next takedown, Jimmy, is very important because Lawrence can go up 5-1, or we can have a tie match. Lawrence is very nice on the single, changes his weight around to the other side, picks up the takedown.
There's the 2, and it's 5-1 for Greg Lawrence.
Going to turn him loose.
Closes it to 5-2.
Feels very comfortable on his feet, so he had no problem in turning him loose right then. Richie Smith making a call, sees blood on Vitale's nose. Says, hey, we got blood time. They have 5 minutes blood time. Tony Mara, doing a great job as a trainer here in Nassau County, steps on and starting to clean up the blood. And while we have a chance right now, Jimmy, why don't we thank the Friends of Long Island Wrestling for doing such a great job, Jerry Speckler and the Friends of Long Island Wrestling for bringing wrestling throughout Long Island. Terry Hayes doing a great job here, also running the Nassau County Championship as the Nassau County Coordinator.
Friends of Long Island Wrestling, one of the great scholastic organizations you will ever find on any level.
Absolutely.
They have passion for their product, that's for sure.
Looking to bring the 2012 Olympics right here in New York City. Nice shot. Excellent shot by Jeff Vitale. He got in deep, but Lawrence, such strength on the top. Gets in the crotch, uses his upper body to turn, and now he wants to come through. He's either going to have to get back in with a crossface or use his right leg to kick around. see how he's trying to use that right leg to kick around? We're going to have a stalemate. No action happening. Richie Smith said, let's stalemate you up and we'll move on.
Greg Lawrence will attend the University of Maryland. Vital, it'll be either Hofstra or Binghamton.
I'll tell you, name the three great wrestler programs right there. None of them are going to place. And while we're talking about Hofstra, Tom Ryan, half a mile away from here, does such a great job with that Hofstra wrestling program.
2 ticks left on the clock here, period number 2. And we'll go to period number 3. 5-2 the lead for the defending champ, Greg Lawrence.
Now this time Vital chooses down. Says he wants to work on his one-point escape to make it 5-3. Lawrence is going to turn him loose right from the start. So again, another huge takedown.
So it's 5-3. Vital a takedown away from tying it up.
Lawrence has felt comfortable on his feet throughout this whole match, Jimmy. So right now, a little wrist control. Vital tries to treat for the single. Lawrence treats for the single. Lawrence still with the wrist control. Vital to the 2-on-1. Lawrence very strong on a single leg. We'll see if he tries to get in here. There's a double. Vital throws him over. Lawrence comes out in great position. Just has to step behind.
There it is.
Ahead and he gets his 2.
7-3 now. Lawrence in command.
And you saw the face of Jeff Vital when he gave that up. He knew that was a big takedown to give up. Little mistake. Lawrence does a nice job of coming out and getting the 2.
Final minute.
First warning right there. Richie Smith says, hey, we're just hanging behind. You're not doing anything. We're going to give a sawing. We'll bring you back to the center of the mat. And the blood again comes. Tony Mara comes out to work on Vital's nose. Lawrence stays in the center of the circle, listens to Greg Muscarella, his coach, letting him know to keep the pressure on. Keep wrestling the way you've been doing, son. You're going to come out another second Nassau County Championship in your lap.
Lawrence represented himself so well in Syracuse a year ago, all the way to the final.
But when you lose it in the finals as a junior, you have one goal as a senior. That's to get back there and to win it all. And it's a difficult thing to do. Tough to win a national championship. Really tough to win a state championship.
There's a single for Vital in the escape, and it's 7-4.
Lawrence looking to use the line right now. Vital needs to move back to the center. Don't want to give Lawrence that line. If you do get in for a takedown, Lawrence can use the line to his advantage.
You see the time, 35 seconds left. A sense of urgency for Jeff Vital.
Nice. Back in on a single, using the strength to spin behind, pick up 2 more. Throughout the whole match, Lawrence has just been much better on his feet. 9-5 is the score right now.
Well,
Lawrence
Greg
up
Lawrence
9-5.
came into the match at 36-0. A victory away from 37-0 and another county championship. And as the clock strikes 0, the ultimate Colt, Greg Lawrence of Calhoun, is the county champ at 171. And he goes back-to-back when it comes to Nassau County Championship.
No surprises here, Jimmy. The guys that came into the match defending champs, they're all repeating. And they're looking for a real nice shot up in Syracuse this year. Nassau seems to be putting together a good team to go up.
So Lawrence takes it. He's got to be happy. Let's check in with another happy guy sitting with Hal Sack.
Thanks, Jimmy. Carlos Patrick, the winner in the 160-pound weight division. Really an unbelievable season for a guy only wrestling 21 matches. Tore your ACL, had surgery in September, and you made it back by December. How'd you come up with that?
Well, it was a lot of hard work, a lot of therapy every day. Just a lot of dedication to get back to the sport.
Now, this is win number 100 in your career, a rare double-double, winning in Central Islip in Suffolk County last year, now winning from Freeport here in Nassau County. And again, you did it with a lot of work from your teammates and your family.
Basically, I just want to thank my coaches from Central Islip, Rick, Brad Mazinski, Atu Thomas, my workout partners, Jose Vieira, Joshua Kidd, and I'd like to thank my new coaches from Freeport, Coach Whalen, Coach Gordon, Coach John Lizzie, for accepting me into the school and helping me out. And
Now, coming over to Nassau County, did you feel you had some kind of an advantage over the wrestlers because maybe they didn't know your style? Did you feel that you had a little bit of a step up over everybody?
Well, I knew I had to step up. Basically, it's just me winning the Section 11 title. I knew that I would probably win it anywhere if I won.
Antonio Pegues did it for Brentwood and Uniondale. Now Carlos Patrick does it for Central Islip, and this year at Freeport. Back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, Carlos owns Long Island, Tommy.
Well, I'll tell you something. Tell him that Farmingdale would have accepted him into our school, too, if he wanted to come there.
Here's Mike Lobella, Massapequa Chiefs. Wrestles for, of course, the great Gary Mims, 28-2. He's won a slew of tournaments this year, and he is in the county finals, taking on another defending champ, Chris Weedman of Baldwin. Fourth in New York State last year, but he won it all in Nassau County. And here we go at 189.
Look at Weidman gets in on a quick single, on the ankle pick to a single right off the bat. And, Chris Weidman was unable to go to the Nationals, Freestyle Nationals this year, out in Fargo, North Dakota because of an injury, but it doesn't stop him from trying to knock his way through. Knock his way right through into the states. And again, one more guy, defending county champ, who has one goal in mind. Get through these counties tonight so I can be a state champion up there in Syracuse in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Chris Weidman has been just tremendous. 38-1 in his final campaign as a Bruin. Will attend Lock Haven University.
Great Pennsylvania wrestling school. All those state schools in Pennsylvania are excellent wrestling schools.
Weidman with the early 2-1 lead. Lobella just picked up a single.
Very strong on his feet, Chris Weidman. Good defensive wrestler from his feet, but even a better offensive wrestler. Excellent with takedowns.
Lobella, three-sport athlete, football and lacrosse. Weidman also plays football.
Nice job. Duck on it to a double, unable to finish it because he goes out of bounds. Referee Dave Warren says just bring it back into the middle, gentlemen, and let's restart the action. Quick shot. Nothing there. Up to his feet. Weidman with the inside tie-up right there. Work back to the center.
You see the time in our score, 2-1. Chris Weidman over Mike Lobella.
Tell you, Weidman had a little miscue right there. Lobella unable to take advantage of it, though. Chris got a little sloppy. Final 20 seconds of the period. Lobella looking to start some action here, but Wiley going up top. Underhooks. Says, I'm not going to let you in.
Final 10 seconds, period number 1 at 189 pounds. Tight match so far. And we'll go to period number 2 at that same score.
Take a good look there at Gary Mims on your left, telling his man, hey, we're going to defer. Give Weidman the choice. Weidman says, I'll take down. Lobella has to be on top. Weidman looking to increase his lead to 3-1. Weidman coming up and turns in right there for the 1.
picks up a single, so it's 3-1.
Does such a nice job. See how he keeps that inside? He has the underhook on the inside tie. He's able to use that to shoot down to a single.
Oh,
1:30 to go here. You see the score. Chris Weidman, a defending champion in Nassau County, looking to put another county title up on the mantle.
Weidman wrestled Chris Paris. Chris Paris, a former Farmingdale student, moved to Suffolk County, wrestles for North Babel now. Will be the top seed. You see just a great ankle shot right there. Low single, takes him down, builds a 5-1 lead. Weidman's loss came to Chris Paris. They probably will see each other in the state, and it should be a great match. It was a 2-1 match, or a 1-point match. I shouldn't say 2-1. A 1-point match this year.
So Weidman opens it up now. 4-point edge here. 43 seconds to go in period number 2. Quickly a blood timeout.
Took fourth in the state last year. You saw the cut open on Chris Weidman's forehead. See Dave Warren right there saying, right here, one more time for Tony Mara, our super trainer, to come over. Put a little stop on this. Tell you, LaBella right now, Coach Mims is trying to give him some advice on what to do, but you know something? He said, hey, I'm wrestling that guy over there. He's not as easy as you think. When you come out of Massapequa's wrestling room, you have some great wrestlers in there. It's never easy in that room.
Set for action once again. Weidman will start out on top. Let's see if he'll turn him loose. He will and give up a single. It's 5-2.
Unbelievable with the ankle. Stays on the mat, and there's the whistle out of bounds. But he just gets in with that ankle so quickly. Nice long arm, gets the ankle, brings the man in with his strength. Great low shot. Tough to defend against.
Your score.
Weidman wrapping up period number 2. Knows even though the score is 5-2, he feels like he's in complete control right now. He better be careful though, because if he doesn't keep pushing the action, Dave Warren's going to bang him.
Weidman, 105 victories in his career. And he will go to the third period.
Good look right there. Clark Presty, assistant coach from Baldwin. One more time, Weidman's going to turn him loose. He says, okay, I'll stay on my feet with you. Brings the score to 5-3. You're within striking distance. This is where you can't afford to make a mistake, though.
So LaBella, a takedown away from tying it up.
Not anymore. It's Weidman again. LaBella tries to maybe throw a little head and arm there. Just Weidman slips out, lets the takedown go with it. Gets the takedown.
7-3 now. Chris Weidman with a 4-point edge. Make it 7-4. $90 seconds left here in this 189-pound final.
Dave Warren just hit Weidman with a stalling. I'm sorry. Hit LaBella with a stalling, gave Weidman the point. Gary Mims looking on saying, well, there's not much you can do at this point. Just keep putting on a clinic out here.
There's another deuce for Weidman, and it's 10-4.
Just another day at the office. He looks to cradle up. Good job by Mikey LaBella to break it. Weidman's going to turn him loose one more time.
It's amazing, Tommy. You look at the coaching staff of Baldwin, Steve Shippos and Clark Crespi, they're usually up and animated, but when you have a guy like Weidman out there, he's in total control. You just let him do his thing.
And that's just it. He knows what he's doing. Very, very strong, very methodical. Just goes through his motions, comes away with the victory. See right there, has the strength, has the speed, spins behind. Just a little spin drill in the restroom for 2 more as they turn you loose.
12-6 now, the score. $30 seconds away.
Watching the line right here. If he spins behind, he'll be out of bounds. Dave Warren will call him out. Right there. Let's move it back. Move it back to the center, gentlemen. Start in a neutral position. Let's get rid of these final 21 seconds.
Weidman finished 4th in the state a year ago.
You see right there, Mike LaBella tries to just throw something. At that point, your coach is telling you got nothing to lose. He had nothing to lose. He threw it, but at this point right now, it's just a matter of 6.3 seconds, and Weidman claims his second Nassau County title.
Well, I'm sure Weidman left Syracuse last year thinking, I need another shot, another chance at a state championship. Well, the only way to get to Syracuse is to punch your ticket as a county champ. And Chris Weidman has done that. He repeats as county champ. An outstanding performance at 189.
And you watch some of these county champs here tonight. They came into it. When their victory was over, they weren't thrilled. They accepted it as just another step on the way to Syracuse.
There's Mr. Weidman. Goes over to the coaching staff. He's a senior. Has wrestled his last match on Long Island. And what a job. 106 victories for Chris Weidman. He has been outstanding. 2002 county champ. And speaking of a 2002 county champ, there's one of them sitting with Hal Sachs.
That's right, Jimmy. In the 171 weight category, Greg Lawrence of Calhoun comes away with the victory. And Greg, you know, getting to the championship is tough, and you had a pretty tough round, even though you were seeded first, winning a semifinal match, only winning by the score of 5-3.
Yeah, that was really made me feel like, it made me think about my matches, focus a lot more, so I came out in the finals ready to go.
Now, you were one of these people that says when you walk out into a gym like this, you're really not intimidated by it. You don't let your emotions get too high, too low. Yeah. What was your mindset coming out today?
Well, I just try to put the crowd behind me and not really think about it and go out and wrestle a match. You got to focus on the match, not the people.
Now, you got out to the early lead. At that point, you got the quick start. Was that really the focus, to get out to a quick start?
Well, yeah. I'd heard he had a good offense, so I wanted to go out and just try to, if I was offensive, I could stop his. So I just went out and just pretty much went after him.
Well, a high school career, look at this right here. This is it, 37-0 this year, back-to-back championships, 75-3 in the last 2 years. So now, as you look at your high school career, you really have peaked at the right time.
Yeah, very much. Every year, me and my coaches always say that when it comes down to cows and start to peak. It's really, I focus in a lot more. We have no matches left, we're just practice. And
well, we wish you the best of luck. Last year, second in the state. This year, hopefully, a first. Greg Lawrence, he'll be going to the University of Maryland to wrestle for the Terrapins. Back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's going to be with the Terps. We have 13 matches in the books, but there's still 2 to go. The heavyweights are coming up. We'll step aside from Nassau Community College. 215, 275 are straight ahead on Cablevision Sports.
Goes to a double, loses a double. Boy, the wrestling has been super so far.
Started out today.
Spin.
It was fast, though. 40 seconds in. It is 3.
Wow.
We're back at the Athletic Center on the campus of Nassau Community College. Jimmy Cavallo, Tom Howard, Hal Sass, the entire Cablevision Sports gang, as we bring you continued coverage of the 2002 Nassau County Wrestling Championships. John Vellante, the final general of the evening, looking to make it a perfect 6 for 6. for MacArthur. The only thing that stands in the way is Ilya Sherba. Sherba out of Belmore JFK, 31-4 on the season after a 5th place finish a year ago in this county tournament. But Vellante in 2002, 33-0.
Very nice looking 215-pounders here, Jimmy. I mean, not heavy guys, both wrestlers, both guys able to move.
Sherba in the green. With the JFK across his back. And here goes Vellante. John Vellante is a junior. Tommy has been dominating, undefeated.
Nice single by Vellante right there. He's able to get in deep, bring his man down to the mat. Gets a little word of advice there from Howie Greenblatt.
Goes without saying, Vellante, undefeated, has won every tournament he's entered this year. The all-county football player has been rock solid on the match and leads 2-0.
Two of the key tournaments he's been in this year, the Mid-Hudson tournament, the Cole tournament, both tournaments have a lot of people from around the state there also. So he's winning tournaments where he's seeing quality wrestlers from out in New York State. You see right now, looking for a stack. He's looking to stack his man up and tilt him over. Ilya Sherba says, hey, I'm not going easy, though.
Ilya with 80 victories in his career. 31-4 this year for Belmore JFK. Halfway through period number 1, still 2-0 for John Vellante.
Excellent job by Vellante, taking the risk, coming to the outside, trying to work the other hand through the inside. Now he can tilt him back. See referee Jack Piavante right on top of the action there, making sure that John Vellante stays on the outside and tries to turn his man. And there he goes with the roll, but out of not. Sherba trying to do everything he can on the bottom right now, Jimmy, but there's nothing to do. Vellante looking to turn him here. Looking to use that arm bar. Nice job riding.
2-0.
Vellante does a real nice job riding right there. Rode the whole period. Take a good look at Brian DiCatano. Telling Ilya Sherba, hey, you need to get up. You can see the intensity on his face right there. He says, you have the ability to win this thing, looking over in the other corner. And there comes Sherba out. Exactly what the coach ordered. He said, hey, get a little intensity in here. Come on. Comes right up and out.
So Sherba on the board now with an escape. It's 2-1.
Vellante doing a good job, heavy on the top, looking to spin behind, keeping the pressure. Close to the line, though, have to turn him back to the inside if they're going to come behind. Now you have to bring him back down on the mat. Inbound. Nice job.
Pulls
right
them
there.
down.
John Vellante spins behind, brings him down.
Keeps the feet in for a deuce, and it's 4-1.
Because they know something. I feel comfortable on my feet. I'm not going to work so hard holding you down. Let you go 4-2 to see if I can take you down one more time. There he is, halfway on the single. Had it if he wanted to go all the way. Sherba with the underhook. heavy on the head, spins behind. For a heavyweight, really doing a good job here. Jimmy knows how to wrestle.
6-2 now. John Vellante in the lead.
And Jack Piamonte's right on top. He says, hey, you're not coming out and stalling. Vellante looks around and says, what do you mean? Come on. No way. Says, listen, I'm trying to get to the outside. Got to tilt him with that.
Vellante animated, up 6-2. He will not give up a point here.
Not in the final 22 seconds. He has to come to the outside. There he goes. Bring him back down. Don't stay on his back, though. Come out. Work the arm. There he goes. Now he's on the outside. Looking to tilt. Looking to turn. Trying to work that wrist out.
Solid first period for John Vellante. Second period, I should say. We'll go to the third and final period. Vellante with a 4-point edge. John Vellante, 2 minutes away from a perfect season. 2 minutes away from giving MacArthur their 6th county champion of the evening.
John Vellante wants to tell you he's 2 weeks away from a perfect season because his goal, again, like all these guys, is to win the states, to go undefeated 4-0 up in New York State, bring home a championship for Nassau County. And MacArthur and Howie Greenblatt are ready to take that next step. Nassau's been down over the last couple of years. Suffolk's been pushing the action up in the state meet. Nassau thinks they have a great chance this year to do very well. You see Vellante right there? Just puts the head down, comes behind. Sherman says, wait a second, I got him down in his back. What are you talking about? Jack Piamonte says, you're only 6 feet out of bounds.
Sherba just trying to find a way to penetrate John Vellante. Vellante fights it off. Sherba resets the headgear.
Vellante has excellent speed, Jim, for a heavyweight. He's able to make things happen a lot of times heavyweights can't do. Looks like a 189 pounder up in a heavyweight's body. Leaving his ankle out there. Sherber's the one that needs to push the action at this point, though. There's a point, referee. Jack Piamonte says you're stalling, gives a point to Sherber. 6-3 is the score now. Vellante can't keep backing up. He has to move into the center, circle in the center, look for your takedown.
Sherber looks up at the clock. He's down by 3 with 10 seconds. But John Vellante came in at 33-0. And if MacArthur thought they were going to take the van to Syracuse, how many they're going to need a buck? 6 county champions.
You put 6 in, you come out with 6. You can't ask for anything better than that. Going into the semifinals this afternoon, MacArthur and Massapequa were tied. Look at the scoreboard now. MacArthur and Howie Greenblatt, how happy is he? Has just run away with these things.
A virtuoso performance by the MacArthur General. John Vellante is a county champ at 215. The 6th general to win it. Howie Greenblatt and the rest of the generals, they gotta be all pumped up.
And there they are right now.
What a night for Johnny V and the boys. Right now we send it over to Hal Sapp.
All right, Jim, thanks very much. Chris Wiseman capturing the 189 Nassau County crown in 2002, defeating Mike LaBella, an opponent that you beat pretty handily in the dual tournament, this time a big 14-6 victory. Again, one of those wrestlers, you're one of those guys, get off to the quick start. A lot of matches of yours never made it past the first period today. This one did.
Yeah, it's real tough. You got a good defensive stance. He's real strong. It's hard to break his stance, really, so I just had to try to get the takedowns where I can right away. So
Now, again, you did beat him in the duel match earlier, but you're one of those guys who really looks at the highlights of previous matches. You watched a lot of tape over and over of that previous match. What were you looking for in those tapes?
Yeah, I watch those tapes from previous matches all the time, almost every night. And when I watch that match, I'm seeing my mistakes and just trying to go over what I'm going to do next in the next match. So.
39-1 this year, 40 matches. It's a lot of wrestling, but as you said, you really were able to maintain your energy level because a lot of those matches didn't go so far. But 106 wins, 14 losses in your career. This is really a nice cap to your high school career as we take a look at one of your nice takedowns. Going down low.
Yeah, I like going down low. I can hit my John Smith single, and my neck is kind of injured, so I wanted to take shots that are straight on. I didn't want too much turn or anything.
And then once you had control there, it was pretty much all over.
Yeah.
You know, you end the year with a championship. You won a lot of tournaments during the year, but you told me it would be quite a void if you didn't come out of Nassau County with a victory.
Yeah, my true goal is to be a state champion. I have to go through this tournament to get there, so I keep my mind on this tournament first before I get to thinking ahead of myself.
Congratulations, Chris Weidman. Back-to-back Nassau County championships. He heads to Lockhaven University in the fall. Back to you, Jimmy.
All right, Al, thanks a lot. As we go to the heavyweights, a couple of tanks have made their way onto the mat. There's Charles McCullough. Charles out of Glen Cove High School, a perfect 21-0 on the season for the senior, third a year ago. And here's Joe Balone, 29-1 on the season for the senior. So, Tommy, two seniors, two heavyweights, a combined record of 50-1. Something's got to give here.
Something does give, and I'll tell you something. Both guys have the ability to win. One mistake by either of these wrestlers, you get on your back with guys who are 275 pounds on your chest, you don't get up. McCullough, very, very quick, though, for a heavyweight. Has a lot of speed. He wrestles for the Big Red out of Glen Cove. He's in red tonight. And the Seaford Viking green uniform. We have Joey Balone with the green eye.
Final match of the evening. Two seniors. McCullough finished third a year ago. Joe Balone with his first crack at a county championship. McCullough will attend CW Post. Joe Balone wants to play football somewhere.
One thing you're not going to see out of these guys is somebody shooting in on a double leg, because when you do that, the top man sprawls and usually gets the two. Both of them look like they're looking for upper body. Little arm drag there by McCullough, looking to set up something.
Still no score here. 275-pound heavyweight. Joe Balone, all-county football player, baseball player. Even a little ice hockey along the way.
That was ice hockey, wasn't ice dancing, right?
No, sir. Charles McCullough, two-time all-county football player for Glen Cove.
McCullough trying double underhook. Look at that, gets a single leg, pulls him back in, trips back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you something. You don't see that happen too often out of the super heavyweight. You see McCullough, nice job on the single leg with a trip back and almost a back point.
So Charles McCullough, big takedown in final 10 seconds, picks up a deuce, and he leads 2-0. As we start period number 2, McCullough chooses to go bottom.
Had a good look there at Sal Lestrapo telling his charger to get going here.
Two very intense young men. Joey
Balone trying to do something here, but McCullough is so strong. both bear hugging, and McCullough takes him to his back. It's over.
Charles McCullough.
You don't come out of him usually.
Charles sign, seal, and
You gotta keep
tries to
waiting.
deliver.
You gotta keep waiting. Richie Smith right in there. Still 123 left. Plenty of time for Charlie McCullough. Just take your time and lay there. Use that 275 pounds. Richie Smith looking in. No, illegal move. Got an illegal move. Illegal headlock and the sign sealed and not delivered down.
Wow.
Right there. He says, well, I was in there okay the first time. Yeah, he was for about 45 seconds. Then he reversed his grip, changed to illegal headlock. Malone gets the one.
So it's 7-1 now. Charles McCullough below picks up one on the headlock. Check it out again, Tommy.
We saw Steve Cassiano yelling. So right there where he changed it. So he's changing that. You don't have it anymore. Steve Cassiano just yelling, you're up by 6. Keep going.
Good job by the referee to break the headlock. Here's Charles going back after it.
Just a tilt. Look, he comes out to the side. Guy doesn't mess around. He goes for the pin. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable.
McCullough at 21-0.
And that's it. You lift up on the head. He has it right there.
Make it 22-0. Charles McCullough, a county champ, as he pins his way to the title. Jubilation in the Glen Cove corner, and McCullough was just too tough.
Certainly was. I'll tell you. He goes for the 4 from the get-go. He showed us he can take people down. He can ride on top. He can turn you over and pin you. Charlie McCullough, he's a tough one.
Attention, Syracuse and the rest of New York State. Big Chuck is coming to town.
We're going to take a look. Talk about Big Chuck in the big red uniform. Take a look right there. He locks it up. He makes sure he keeps the no headlock there. Richie Smith says, you got to fall, son.
And there's the moment, Tommy. All the hours in the wrestling room, all the training. Charles McCullough drops to his knees, and it got to feel good for the young man now.
He's on a mission right now.
Charles McCullough wins it at 275. We also had a county champ at 215. He's sitting by with Hal Sachs.
John Vellante, the winner again of MacArthur Wrestlers, coming through in the championship, wins the 215. Now last year, John, you wrestled at 171. You're under 200 pounds, but this was a pretty big step for you. You made the adjustment quite easily.
Yeah, I worked out hard in the off season. Knew that I wanted to come back strong for football and just keep working hard and got myself in great shape to go with these big kids.
Now right now, you told me you're in about 190, 195. Is it tough going up against somebody who might be at that 215 level?
In the room, I tried my best to go with the 275 kid that we have in the room, just to get used to the weight in the beginning. Then as I went on, I just got used to it and felt even easier. Just out-quick them and sometimes overpowered.
Well, tell me about today's match against Ilya Sherber. Again, your club goes out. Maybe it's just the mentality. Maybe it's from all the training, the coaching. But your club goes out, your wrestlers, with one goal in mind. Get out early, get the lead, and just coast home.
Yeah, well, our style of wrestling, like a college style of wrestling, we push. We never stay back. You know, we're always trying to score no matter what time it is. Keep the lead, get a lead, and keep it. Keep going after it and get some pins, come out as one of the champions.
I mean, when you look at the way your team has responded, individually 6 champions, but you have a team title too, so there may be 6 champions, but other wrestlers did their part in getting to a team title, which now MacArthur certainly dominated in the year 2002.
Oh, definitely. We had kids that didn't even place that scored so many points for us to wrestle back. Keep winning. Kids like Mark Mans, Brent O'Donnell, they just came through, and the big wins that got us so many points in the tournament to give us this 30-point lead coming into this round.
Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck up in Syracuse.
Thank
New
you so
York
much.
State bound. It's John Vellante, another MacArthur wrestler, heading up north to Syracuse. Back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, Hal, it was all generals tonight. And that'll just about wrap it up from Nassau Community College. We'll step aside for a minute. When we come back, we will wrap up this 2002 Nassau Final.
Delphi students, take one.
room 15.
He killed my father, he killed my brother, and both my sisters. Pancreatic cancer killed them all. We don't know how or why they got it, but we knew it, and it was already too late. There still isn't any way to detect it early or to treat it effectively. But we do know the cure, research. Just look how far we've come with other diseases.
He is the greatest of all time. He hits the shots you can't forget. And now, he's back. The NBA returns every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on TBS and TNT. Michael Jordan returns with a new team to take on old rivals and new challengers. Don't miss the return of a legend all season long. See primetime NBA action every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on TBS and TNT.
And back one final time at Nassau Community College as the awards are handed out. At 275, it was Charles in charge, and the next stop for the C train was with Hal Sapp.
Thanks, Jimmy. The 15th and final Nassau County champion has been named. It's Charles McCulloch. He captures the 275-pound weight class. And Charles, 275, this is the pinnacle in high school wrestling. You only wrestled a little over 20 matches this year. Basically, you had a hard time reaching that weight. You worked pretty hard just to get there.
Oh, yeah. Beginning of the season, I was 290. I lost 20 pounds to get down to the weight. I owe it all to my coaches for helping me get in there. And the good teammates that I have, they pushed me to make the weight.
Now, what was it that you did? Was it a matter of just changing your diet? Was it working out with the weights differently, a running program? How did you do it?
A lot of dieting. I lifted a lot of weights this summer, so that got me a little there. And a lot of running, too.
All right, let's talk about tonight's match against Joe Balone. A tough competitor. You went in. At one point, it looked like you had good control. He got out of it, but eventually you were able to get the big pin.
Yeah, Joe Balone's a good competitor, and I faced him earlier in the year. I got the better half of that match. And, he has something to come back for. He has something to come beat me with.
Was it